Hey guys, welcome back at Rock Paper Minecraft. I hope you're all doing fine. For the people that are new, make sure to subscribe, also comment if you want to help me out in this series. I will not only read them all, but I will also pick the best comments. And I have another comment of Ninuturu saying, I would get insanely tired of creepers. The bats are cute though. Now before I comment on to that, I just want to say in today's episode we are going to make an automated cow farm. Plus we're going to make a very Dutch windmill around it. Now about the creepers, as long as you light up a place enough, the creepers won't spawn. Unless you want to make a mob farm, you have to first light it up, make the farm, then get rid of the lights. And then you can safely kill those creepers because I have been making a part of a mob farm already. Of course it needs to be updated, but allow me to show you what I have been doing. Now normally there are also spawn blocks around the area. They look like a little cage, and at a little cage only one kind of mob will continuously spawn. It would be easy to make a mob farm around it I meant. So in this case I just took advantage of the darkness where all kinds of mobs will spawn. Now in this case we have a zombie right in here, and I can just chop off this zombie. The points are gonna get to me, and everything that drop will get into what is called hoppers. The hoppers will move it down into a chest because normally stuff will not automatically go into a chest. So in this case I got some rotten meat and I got some gunpowder. Now what I've been doing is I've been making use of water in order to get them dropped into the hopper system, and then I can safely chop them up. This will also work with creepers, because as long as creepers don't look at you, they will not explode even though you attack them. Now we got here a skeleton. And overall I'm happy with this. What I need to do is make more stairways, platforms going up, and then make the water go flow towards the hopper system. It is not done just yet. And of course at some point I will show you how you can make a mob farm by a special mob cage spawner, which I haven't found any of them just yet. By the way, this is my building stuff. And here is my treasure chest. You can see last night I've been farming a lot more of this stuff. Now in this case I am going to need to place some oak saplings because I kind of run out of oak, and I got some spruce saplings already out there. So I got two types of wood to work with. Another thing that I actually going to need is a hopper. Now a hopper is made out of a few pieces of iron. In this case I need to just make use of these iron nuggets to make iron bars. One hopper needs 5 bars. And for the hopper I'm also going to need to have one chest, or better to say in the end I'm going to need to have 2, because we want to save up the stuff into a chest. One hopper please. Now of course some parts of the mill are a little bit unreachable. Of course we first gonna make this cow farm and then we build the windmill around it, but for some parts of the mill I'm going to use dirt because I don't have any scaffolding, or I cannot make them because I'm going to need bamboo and I have absolutely no idea where the jungle is at. Now for the outside I'm going to need to have some oak wood, but I'm going to need to grow them along the way. So I think the best thing to do first is lay out a foundation. Now here as you can see this will be my mini farm just for aesthetics, just you know because I like to have a little bit of living stuff around me, and it will just stay with 2 or 3 cows, sheep and chickens. Sometimes I shear these sheep and just put it in there. Slowly but surely we will get a automated sheep farm and automated chicken farm with it. Now the last time I've been explaining also that I would explain in another episode what I've been doing off camera. Basically what I've been doing after we made the sugarcane farm together, I've been planting a lot more sugarcanes. I've been making a nice pathway around it. Go up a small pathway, and over here a little open house where we just have some chests down here which kind of get filled up again. I got a lot of these doors around the area. If the sun would go under over here, I can actually take a little nap, which reminds me I should sooner or later place a bed down there too. Now I want the mill actually to be about this area. I want it to face it that way So when I'm in the castle, I have a nice view onto this mill. Now for this down here, I am planning on to make this like a wall like I did right down there. Alright, I just placed some random torches everywhere. Now I need to have a lot of trees. The tree growing doesn't take too much of time, so it is okay, but I'm going to need to have a lot of normal wood. I do have a lot of other wood which I'm going to use for the floor, which I'm going to use for outside decoration, just to make a little bit of difference in how it looks. I practiced this in, what is that, creative mode. This is going to be 5 for the entrance. I'm going to use some stone. I'm going to build it one up and then continue with wood. Now this is the start of the foundation, so 5, 5, 5, 5, and then just one at the corner. I think that looks nice enough. And we just dig out the floor here, and in this case I'm going to use dark wood for all the floors. I don't want to put the chest and the hoppers into the ground, I just want to have it on level. So if we really going to grab something, then we can just grab it. Alright, now we have built the floor in, we are going to set up the automated cow farm. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm going to place a chest right down here so it's on level. Mind you, I'm gonna place it one off because we're gonna place the hopper from this side. I'm human, I can make mistakes. Now in order to place the hopper facing the chest, which normally it would open, I have learned you have to hold shift and then place it against the hopper. Now you can see that little thingy down there. Just take care that anything that falls in here will go into the chest. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to need to make sure that it's too high, because everything that falls in from too high cannot get up. But we want to add some water onto the bottom, because there are two mechanisms on how you can build this, one with water and one without water. But for some reason, when there is no water in there, cows have a highly chance to glitch out just at the corner down here, and you don't want to build a whole block around it if you want to make it into a building and make some use of it. Alright, so in this case you need to take care that this is all filled up, and then we're gonna do on the top. But you don't want to place just a block on top, because if I would place a block on top, then I cannot open the chest anymore. There's a very simple solution for this, and also not to let the water flow out of it, and that is by using a slab. Place the slab like this, you can still open it, and the water magically will not flow through it. What I would like to do now is just place a few things around it, just to make it look nice. And I'm gonna make use of this to get onto the second floor of the mill. So now we can just take a bucket of water, and if you wanna drop it in there, you can hold shift. There you go. Now the water will not come out, and as you can see, the water is going down. That means all the items will be sucked down by the water into the hopper, into the chest. Now the whole trick with this is only a certain amount of good mobs are allowed onto a chunk. So when you have 24 cows, you can still make baby cows by feeding them treats, but then the number is too much, and the game will kill always the older cows first. The younger cows stay alive, will grow up. But this is the way how you make automated farm. Now if you have 24 cows, you will feed them a lot of treats, you get a lot of babies, a lot of older cows will die, and automatically they will drop the stuff in here when the younger cows have grown older again. And this is how the automated system works. And then I also would like to make use of a few of these lighter blocks, just to give some changes to the environment, or better to say, the building. Now meanwhile we have been doing stuff, you can already see that trees have been growing. Alright, so in this case, this is what I wanted to do, and now you're going to see a little bit of magic, something that I've been learning. If you would chop on it with the right mouse button, you can change and get the bark off it. And it gives a very different look than anything else you have seen, and this is something that I really like. Yes, of course at the back it might look a little plain, but what we're going to do is, for example, place a torch on it. At the side there will be some windows. Now in order to make the window look perfect with this facing upwards, you can also make use of dirt. It will be a lot easier. Alright, now the whole outside is done, and plain of course just yet. We're gonna make sure that we do something about the windows when I'm really done with that. it will be time to get the cows over here. In this case, I'm gonna make use of spruce slab and of course the trapdoors, just to give it a little change into how it looks. And right down there. If you would look for the outside, it looks very nice. So now we need to get them in here. This is not too bad. The one who made this tutorial, well, this is what I mean. What you have to do is just trying to get them lined up carefully. Get over here. So now you need to get them up on the stairs, you need to get them into the hall. Now it might look a little bit difficult, but all you have to do is just push them in here. Come on, get in. Very good, that is one. There we go, we got two of them in here. Next thing you want to do is secure it with a fence like I just did. Then you can remove the other one. Now they will not get out, and now you just feed them tweets, they will get babies, and we just have to wait until it are 24 of these. Of course, meanwhile we're going to continue the builds. I'm going to place two behind here, and I'm going to place one stairs here and one stairs here because we want to go up. And you want to be able to get out of here. And I'm not going to replace this one because it will be maybe visible from the outside. Or maybe not actually. I'm just going to place this here. Now I know it will not be visible. I'm going to farm this block because these blocks are very expensive. If it's about, you can get 4 normal blocks from these. And door entrance has been fixed up. Now just for the sake of it, we can actually place a door already in here just to make so that it has a little bit of difference in here. Let's place some support already on each side of the corners there. We're also going to do that with this side, that side, etc. So we're going to make an outside pathway. You see that a lot at Dutch windmills. That is because the big rotators are not touching the ground because it would be way too dangerous. Instead, it's a little higher. They got their own separate pathway in order to put a clot on or off from it. Because if the clot is off of it, it will rotate very gentle. Just gonna make one tube of everything first before I stretch it out. Because at these corner parts, I want to have some fences, but having two like this at the corners is not gonna work. You can place a fence, but then you cannot pass anymore. So now that I got a piece of walkway done up on the top, I'm just going to place down a few blocks to just show you what I mean with the fencing. We'll make it just like so. Then I can pass this one right down here, so it means I can place one down here, but I need to have one between in. Just place it like so. I'm going to need to connect it up to this. I'm going to need to have this as pathway. So that means one here, and make it look like so. So now we can pass this corner without any problems. Also, meanwhile, not forget to feed the cows. I'm just gonna place a chest on each side, so I can just fill this up with wheat. Of course, I make it too long. At the end, I want to place some barrels on that side. This is gonna be too long, so I can place all the meat and all the hide in here. Place some barrels at the side. So in this case, I got the first outer ring down here done. We're gonna make the second floor just as wide as the ground floor. And after the second floor, we're going to make it one smaller. I love how many mistakes I make today. That one actually is gonna be a window. The point is, we're gonna make like a floor going around here, and there will be a door at the front. That is what I wanted to do. There we go. Now, since I have also made a few times a mistake to make planks out of these while I needed the wooden blocks with it, I got a lot of them, and with a lot of them I can actually start making some ladders. Gonna need some sticks and anything else, I believe planks. Yeah, sticks only. Well, that's even better. So in this case, I would say let's place 2 ladders there. And now I'm going to need to make a stairways up, right? So for now, I'm just gonna do this. I place this down here. I just have to see what was the formula again. So maybe this is one too much. And then we can take a stairways in order to give it a little bit of thickness and just place these ones upside down onto it. So it looks a lot thicker than that. Of course, at some point when we have here like a small, you can choose to have a small window here, and at some point you can also connect this up to the wall just to give it a little bit more robust look. Alright, it starts to become something nice. Now the whole point is we're gonna build it inwards the wall, shrink it 1 block, and then we get a little bit of a ugly outline, but I've also got a nice solution for that. And that is to actually make a nice ring around it with spruce slabs. Also in here I'm gonna need to have extra light because you don't want any mobs to spawn in here and start ruining your whole fancy build out here. You can also put some paintings in here and whatever not, just give it a little bit of extra. Now in this case the first thing I'm gonna do is place some dirt all the way around, so I can just place these wooden blocks on top of it and just place them like this, 2 up for now, and just place them all the way around. There we go. And I've also been hearing from one YouTube video that bad mobs do not spawn on slabs, but slimes do. So I'm going to take this to my slime farm that I'm currently also building to see if that will work a lot better. Okay, so as you see, we now have a nice ring around it, which gives a little bit of a change. Now before I make another layer onto this, I want to make sure the ladder gets higher than this. And if you want to stop on a ladder and don't move up or down, well, you can still move up. You just hold shift, very handy. And you can place another one of these. And then just let go. And meanwhile, if you're in your inventory, you can just let go of shift in order to move stuff, or else it's not gonna work. Get out of it, hold shift again. So you need to switch to some ladders. Now we got that built all the way around. It will be time to get all of the bark off from it and remove the dirt down below and open the windows and place some trapdoors and that kind of stuff in it. There we go, we got it off. Now if you really don't like this to be like that, what you can always do is just grab some stairs and just place it all the way around, or just at some certain parts, just like something like this. Or you can just place it all the way up in the corner, and then it will look like that. I think that is a little bit better, so it's not too close up to this one. So torches will also give a bit of a change. Now it will be time to do another layer of 4 high with windows, but like I said, the best thing to do is actually to get some of this on the outside, so you can just easily work around to get all the bark off. And also to fill in these slab and trapdoors at the windows. Meanwhile, don't forget to feed the cows again. So now we're gonna build the final part, and that is a little bit of a steering house. This is actually the house on top, which you can steer the propellers around the building, so if the wind will come from there, it will be handy to just, it basically works like a turret top. It can just turn and then it can make use of the wind from there. But this is going to be the more of a difficult part, because especially when we're going to make the propellers onto it, I still have no idea how to call it though. You really have to excuse me for that. So just fill in the whole shape as, all the walls are underneath, and then just leave 1 gap around. Now what we actually want to do is, we want to have some stairs upside down around the whole edge. Starts to look good. I mean, even without those rotor blades or whatever, it looks like kind of a fun, like watchtower-ish building. Alright, so in this case I would say we're gonna make one like this. To be real honest, I don't know how this looks in real life. Like just the top part right down here, I can imagine it actually looks like this. Slowly getting inwards. Will make sense in a second what I mean with that. This will stay 1. Then some dirt. Man, I wish I could fly right now. I also think it is straight away very handy to already chop all the bark off from it. Right, now we're gonna add the last layer. Just going to put one dirt up like that, even though I didn't have to do that. Could have just attached it to wherever I can. And then I only have to, you know, go here-ish to go up once. I can get onto here and add some more. Oh yes, I like it way more to have the same kind of wood on there. This build is actually better than the one in creative mode. So down here, 3 of these blocks, continue the ladder outside. And then like I said before, I'm just going to put these like so. I also want to have it a little bit nice though, come on. So in this case, I'm going to take a little break for myself, which will basically mean if my voice sounds different, then you know why. Sorry for the little error down in the screen. It is actually the next day for me, so it is time to get the propellers done. Now the only thing that I'm going to do right now is lay out the basics, which I'm going to do with some dirt. Right, so this is how it looks from the front. We're going to place the blocks on the bottom ones on top, and on the top one we're going to put them onto the bottom. I am going to use these spruce planks, but 4 times 9. I don't have enough of these, I know that already, so I'm just going to grab some more. Right, now I got this top side done. I'm going to remove the dirt on here because I don't need it until a certain point. Because I want these frames where you can add cloth on always on one side only, which maybe sounds logic, but I want to have one part where you can put the cloth on this side, and one part will be on the bottom of this side, etc. So I'm really going to need to remove that one at least. Okay, this is how it looks so far. So there will be structure underneath this, there will be structure on the top of this, there will be structure underneath this one. So I'm going to need to clean up the clay for that one. And for this one it will be onto the top. I might need to make an extra dirt pad there. Alright, this is how it looks right now. Very plain, very boring. We're going to need to add some trapdoors. Now I'm just thinking about what trapdoor I would like to use. Now there are a few different ones, and for this one I'm going to need what? Jungle planks, so that's not gonna do it. But this one, I don't think that would look nice. I mean, then we got everything light brown, dark brown, and then it's like some orange stuff on it, even though it's a nice Dutch color. There's only 2 solutions that will be to use, or the trapdoor, but it doesn't really have holes in it and it doesn't look like cloth. And then we have this one, which I think is actually the best one to do in this case. Need to do this way. Open it up. No, other way. This way. Because we want to face it that, so it looks a lot better. I'm going to need to place one on top of it. I need to jump, I need to hold shift. Or maybe. Okay, this could do. Open it up carefully. So now we got 2 of these on the top. Alright, and this is how it looks. I did it the wrong way, didn't I? Okay, I found a lot easier way to do this. Just hold shift, jump, jump. Oh god. No, this is how it's supposed to look. It's a lot better. I'm going to need to do one on the bottom side there, and etc. There she is, the beautiful Dutch windmill. I think I have spent 2.5 hours onto this build in survival mode, so keep that in mind. I have enjoyed a lot building this, and I think it looks very, very nice. I'm proud of myself that I managed to build something like this. I only took reference pictures from Google, from real life one, a few Minecraft one, and I just combined something together and made this beautiful. The only thing that's going to need to happen is I'm going to need to make a nice wall out here, just like I did down there. And I'm going to need to build a wall at the line of the sand, and then I can just fill it up with wheat. Wheat. Anyhow, it doesn't matter how I pronounce it. What does matter, if you want to see more of these kind of videos, then make sure to subscribe. If you have any requests for a video, then let me know down below in the comment section. You will help me out a lot. And thanks for watching.